Greetings, Jelly Spoons. Welcome back to another Monday Madness. Some of you might know already what this one's going to be about. I am starting a new, I think, 4-part series, if my maths has worked out correctly. So for the next 4 weeks, you can look forward to some musical theatre content, because we have never done that before on this channel. Well, I'm back. I've had an idea. I think it's fun, and it gets you guys more involved. And I would like you guys to be super duper involved in the comments here. And the jar is back once again. No, we are not picking cosplays. This time we are choosing musicals. Today welcomes episode 1 of Musicals Battle Royale. And the way it is going to work is this. I am going to do it in round 1. I'm going to pick 10 pairs out of the jar and we're going to pit the musicals against one another. I'll tell you a little bit about each musical, and then down in the comments of this video, I need you to vote for your top 10 musicals. So we're going to vote 10 musicals out of the 20 and they are going to go through to the next round. I'm going to give it a few days for the comments to come through, and then I'm going to film next week's Monday Madness. That is going to be round 2, in which we whittle 10 down to 5. So once again, I will draw the next 10 from the jar, pit them against each other, talk a little bit about them, the pros, the cons. I'll go into slightly deeper context, and then in the comments again, you'll vote for the top 5, whittling them down to 5, and then in the round after that, I will talk about the top 5, and we will whittle those down to 2. And then you guys in the comments will vote for the winning musical, and that musical will be, according to the channel of Maukus Noise, the best musical of all time out of the 20 that were suggested. Pretending to be a professional time. Do you like the professional attire? I am a professional today. You can subscribe to this channel here, you can chuck likes on videos, that's always appreciated. If you want to support me in other ways, I have got a Ko-fi and a Patreon. If you join my Patreon, then you get loads of different things, including, number 1, pictures of my dog, which seems to be why most people are there. You also get behind the scenes things about what I'm doing. I ask your opinions, you guys help me out quite a lot when choosing colours in particular, that seems to help me. You guys get first say on the characters I do each month for my cosplay challenge, and when I do videos like this, all of your suggestions go immediately into the video regardless of what they are. I will regret that one day when someone says something silly. On my Ko-fi, you don't have to be committed to me on a monthly basis like on Patreon. I know that's a little bit much for some people. I'm a very large commitment. So if you would like to chuck me support as and when you would like, I have a Ko-fi page for that. And on my Ko-fi page, I also have commissions. I do personalised video messages from different characters. I currently offer Peter Pan, Mollymauk, Lucien or Kingsley. And I also offer Puck from A Midsummer Night's Dream. If you ask for Puck, you do get your very own Shakespearean soliloquy, so bear that one in mind when you are ordering those. If you would like that for yourself or for somebody else, hit up my Ko-fi commissions page and we'll see what we can do. So, into this video then. Alright, pair number 1. The first musical is Rent. Okay, and who is Rent up against? Cats. Alright, so we have got Rent versus Cats. Rent. Struggling artists and colourful characters. This story follows the lives of a strange bunch of friends, navigating dreams, disease, and addiction. Despite the often upbeat songs, this story is also rather mournful. No spoilers. The song that you probably know from Rent, whether you have seen it or not, whether you know it's from Rent or not, is Seasons of Love. In particular, this one section. 525,600 minutes. Yep, that bit. That's it. You will know that. It's been on TikTok. It's just everywhere. So yeah, you will probably know that one particular bit. And the song that I think that you should look up, if you're going to look up just one song from Rent, I think personally you should look up Goodbye Love. Just came to say goodbye love, goodbye. Alright, Cats. This show looks fantastic. The story is more than strange. It does explore characters though, and lots of them, happy endings of sorts, and all the while insane dancing and some really cool costumes and makeup. So visually it's a feast, a real feast. The song that you will know from Cats, whether you've seen it or not, is Memory. We all know the one, Memory, all alone in the moonlight. And the song I think you should look up, I kind of say all of them because they all have their own individual spin. It's really interesting to just hear songs describing a character. They're all pretty fun, but I have chosen to go for Macavity. So Macavity, the mystery cat, that kind of thing. Macavity, Macavity, there's no one like Macavity. Make up your mind down in the comments below. Pick which one you would like to see go through. So we're going to vote for the ones that we want to keep, not the ones we want to lose, just to make it simpler for everyone. So vote for the musicals that you want to keep. So pair number 1, Rent or Cats. The jar has made its return. Pair number 2, The Lion King. And what do we got? Alright. Get that. I feel like this one's gonna be easy, but you could surprise me. Starlight Express. The Lion King, first of all. This is an example of a movie turned stage show that just knocks the original out of the park. So, a song that you will know from the Lion King show, pretty much most of us will have seen the Disney movie, or have at least heard some of the songs. I was gonna go with I Just Can't Wait to Be King, but instead I'm gonna go with one of my personal favorites, Be Prepared. It's clear from your vacant expression, the lights aren't all on upstairs. The song I have chosen for you guys to look up is special to the stage show, because I remember watching this and just going, damn! And I think it's called The Lioness's, it's called The Lioness Hunt. And you'll get what I mean if you watch a clip of it or if you listen to it on the soundtrack. Moving on then, so, Starlight Express. Oh, you poor baby, Starlight Express. It is a musical on roller skates. This is a show where the people are singing whilst roller skating, forwards, backwards, they're doing flips, they're going up and down, the stage has ramps on it, they're going round and round, they're dressed as trains. It is absolutely bonkers, and just another visual feast. I can't even, A song you might know, if you know any of them, is probably the title song, Starlight Express. Starlight Express, Starlight Express, are you real? Yes or no? A song that I recommend you look up from Starlight Express is Only You. It's a romantic song between two trains. I don't know how it works, but it works. It's just so damn sweet near the end of Act 2, and it's like, only you have the power to move me. Just like, I don't know, okay? I can't justify, but it works. Now we're gonna pick pair number 3. Alright, let's do this. Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, alright, versus, oh, The Sound of Music. That's an interesting pairing. Alright, so, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. We're back on Angelo Weber again here. An oldie but goodie. Please ignore the biblical origins here. It's a great show. It really doesn't matter that it's biblical. It's still a great show. It is a tale of jealousy, parental favoritism that goes so badly wrong, keeping hope when all is gone, and most importantly, forgiveness. A song that you probably already know from it, whether you realize it or not, is called Any Dream Will Do. And Any Dream Will Do. But the second bit you may know is the colours. So it's like, give me my coloured coat, my amazing coloured coat. And then they do the colours. And I'm not going to go through every single one of them. I can, but we'll be here a little while. So it's basically just, it was red and yellow and green and brown and scarlet and black and, okay, no, stop doing it. And then it finishes on, and blue, which is the last colour. So you may have heard one of those two sections if you have heard any song from this musical. However, the song that I think you should look up, there's actually 3. Can I cheat here and tell you to look up 3 songs from Joseph? Number 1, the Pharaoh song. It's brilliant. It's Elvis dressed as a pharaoh. What more could you possibly want? There's one about Benjamin. Benjamin is honest as coconuts. Tra-la-la-la-la-la. Yeah, any of those. But the song I have chosen is Those Canaan Days. It's a song where the brothers, Joseph's brothers, are in pretty much poverty, and they're with the rest of the family, and it's a comedic song, but it is actually showing you, oh damn, these people are like near death and starvation kind of thing, and it's kind of, I really can't describe it. It's one of those songs you've sort of just got to watch. It's like, those Canaan days we used to know, where have they gone, where did they go? So, that is Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. I really want to make a Technicolor Dreamcoat one day. I may do it just to be obnoxious. I'll just incorporate it into my Molly cosplay somehow. Alright, The Sound of Music. This is another one of the classics. Somehow, nuns, Nazis, and family bonding all work in this musical. You will probably know several songs from this musical, such as Doe, a deer, a female deer, red drop of golden sun. That one, you have probably also heard the one where they're going to bed. And it's like, you know, so long, farewell, have you to say goodnight, etc, etc. But the song I have chosen that everybody will probably know, because it has been covered in a million different ways, is My Favourite Things. Copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with string. These are a few of my favourite things. I swear down if Phantom and Les Mis are standing off against each other. Okay, oh, we have got Wicked, a personal favourite of mine. Wicked. What is Wicked against? It's gotta have to be something really good. Alright, what do we got? Spamalot. Alright, unless you guys really surprise me, pretty sure Wicked's got this one. The story explores how bad people became bad people, how perceptions can be wrong, the bond of friendship, and how trying to do the right thing does not always end well. No spoilers. A song that you will all probably have heard from the show, regardless of whether you have seen it or know where it's from or not. We all know this one. Do you want to say it with me? It's Defying Gravity. Specifically, even if you don't know Wicked, you probably know this one particular section from Defying Gravity, and it goes something along the lines of ah! I cannot sing it, but just so that you know what I'm on about, it is, to those who'd ground me, take a message back from me, tell them how I am defying gravity, I'm flying high, defying gravity. Yeah, can't do that, not gonna do that. So that is Wicked. You have probably heard of it, you may well have seen it, you have definitely heard Defying Gravity. However, I think you guys should look up No Good Deed. I also cannot do the one justice, but I've done it for every other song so far, so here goes. My road of good intentions led where such roads always lead. No good deed goes unpunished. Yeah, you're so welcome for that. Alright. Let's talk about Spamalot. It's Monty Python. A song that you may know from this musical. Always look on the bright side of life. So you may know that song, you may have heard of that song. I think it is reprised in Spamalot, or at least it was in the clip that I watched of Spamalot. And the song that I think that you should look up from Spamalot is the song that goes like this. It is the song that I knew without having seen the show, without looking it up previously. I knew this song from my various musical theatre endeavours. I had to do it at one point, it did not go well. And yeah, I am not going to sing it for you because that is the one song. I draw the line. I will make a tit of myself attempting Defying Gravity, but I am not singing that song. We are drawing for pair number 5 now. Get it. Ooh. West Side Story. Alright, West Side Story versus Miss Saigon. Oh man, that is so not fair. I love both of these shows. Bollocks. I knew this was gonna bite me in the ass. I regret everything that led me to making this video. West Side Story. It's Romeo and Juliet with a kicked up modern twist, and there is a movie coming in December. I am so excited. It deserves a lovely shiny new movie. I am so hyped for this. Okay, we follow 2 warring gangs in New York, delving into racism, culture clashes, true love, and sprinkles of dark comedy. See Officer Krupke. A song that you probably will know from West Side Story, there's quite a few, but the song that I think you'll probably know is America. I like to be in America, okay by me in America, everything free in America. And then the boys come back with things like, for a small fee in America. You may also know I Feel Pretty, which is another song from West Side Story. It's I feel pretty, oh so pretty, I feel pretty and witty and bright. The first one I'm going to recommend that you guys listen to is Something's Coming. Air is humming and something great is coming. Come on, deliver to me. But the main song I want to recommend is Somewhere. It is a very, very heartfelt song, and they sing it about wishing there was a better world away from the racism and the war and everything, and they just wish that they could just be together in this beautiful somewhere place. There's a place for us, somewhere a place for us, peace and quiet and open air. I'm really gutted that these are pitted against each other because I love them both. Okay. Miss Saigon. This show is absolutely jaw-dropping. I spoke about this in another video. Miss Saigon, if you see one musical in your lifetime, see Miss Saigon. It is stunning. From start to finish, stunning. Everything is stunning. The Vietnam War is told in all of its horror, and the complicated relationships between lovers, friends, old flames, and of course parents and children are absolutely breathtaking. A song that you should know from this, the thing is most people don't, I don't think there are any songs in Miss Saigon that are very commonplace. There is The American Dream. What's that I smell in the air? The American Dream. which is one of my favourite songs, but I don't think it's popular enough. So the song I have gone for that people, at least in the musicals world, may know is Last Night of the World. So stay with me and hold me tight and dance like it's the last night of the world. And I can't do that song justice. But the song I have chosen, if I have to pick one to recommend, is called The Movie in My Mind. I very nearly chose I'd Give My Life for You, but it is edged out by The Movie in My Mind. It is, I think, the second song in the show, and it is sung by the girls in a brothel in Vietnam, and it is about the life they are imagining that they have. They're thinking, if only I could get a soldier to take me home and take me to America, then I could have this life. The movie plays and plays, the screen before me feels, it takes me to New York. Not too many left now. Alright, what is this one? Jesus Christ Superstar. You all know how I feel about this show. Okay, Jesus Christ Superstar, who is up against one of my favorites? Alright, let's find out. It is... bollocks! Oh, Hadestown. I don't think Jesus Christ Superstar is gonna win this one! Ah! Okay, don't vote for me. I don't take offense. Do not vote for me. Vote for what you want, okay? Don't let my anger... I'm kidding. Don't let my anger ruin this, okay? So, Jesus Christ Superstar. So it's similar to Joseph. Forget the religious overtones. Yes, it is a religious story, but to be honest with you, there isn't really much religious about it. Jesus is Jesus. He is in the show. He talks about speaking to God, but at no point does God speak back. At no point do we see him do a miracle. At no point do we get any proof, and nor does anyone around him, that he is the Son of God. It is just a show about people trying to do what they believe is right. There are a few songs you may have heard from this show, but the primary one is the title song, Jesus Christ Superstar. Jesus Christ Superstar, do you think you're what they say you are? And it's sung by the impeccable Judas, usually in red leather trousers. All hail Judas in leather trousers. All hail Swedish Mary Magdalene in leather trousers as well. However, the song that I think you should look up, if you're going to look up a song from Jesus Christ Superstar, I really want to say the crucifixion, but it is a bit much for some people, so I will go with Damned for All Time / Blood Money. I've had no thought at all about my own reward. I really didn't come here of my own accord. Just don't say I'm damned for all time. Man, I love Judas. Also Judas's death. Also the crucifixion. Just go watch Jesus Christ Superstar, please. The Swedish version. Just go. The 2014 Swedish Jesus Christ Superstar is waiting for you on the internet. Go watch it. Just go. Of all the musicals to be pitted against my second favourite musical in the entire world, had to be goddamn Hadestown. I really want to cosplay Orpheus, and I may one day do so. I just want the flower. It is beautiful, it is heartbreaking, it is hopeful, and it is melancholy. You need to see this show. The song that you will probably know from this show, there are quite a few that are banded around, but the one particular one you'll know, particularly if you're on TikTok, is Wait For Me. Wait for me, I'm coming to, wait for me. I hear the walls repeating. Now, the song I think you should look up, once again, the entire freaking album, but if you're gonna listen to one song and it's not Wait For Me, because I'm not gonna lie, I probably would pick Wait For Me, it is Epic number 3. I could not possibly do any justice whatsoever to Epic 3, but it is romantic and sweet, a pivotal point in the show, and it has that la 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 la, and it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Listen to it. Hadestown is so gonna win this. Okay, so moving on to pair number 7. Alright, so number 1 is Les Mis. Oh my god, if this is Phantom, I swear down. Okay. Sweeney Todd. So we have Les Miserables versus Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street. Les Mis, you know it. You just do. You can be the least musical theatre nerd in the entire world, and you have probably heard of Les Mis at some point. You have a prisoner on the run trying to reform his life. You have his captor chasing him, trying to hunt him down. You have a rather one-sided love triangle. You have poverty, death, show-stopping spectaculars, and of course, very complex relationships. You probably know One Day More. You probably know On My Own, but the one song that I think most people will know, whether or not they realize it's from Les Mis, is I Dreamed a Dream. Crap, I've done it with everything else. I'm gonna have to do a bit of I Dreamed a Dream. I cannot sing this song. I don't sing girl songs. I don't do it. But it essentially goes, I dreamed a dream in time gone by, when hope was high and life worth living. I dreamed that love would never die. But the song I think you should look up from Les Mis, if you haven't heard One Day More, go look up One Day More. It's friggin' great. It's one of my favourites. But the song you need to know from Les Mis, the underrated song from Les Mis, Stars, sung by Javert. With order and light, you are the sentinels, silent and strong, keeping watch in the night, keeping watch in the night. Sweeney Todd, the demon barber of Fleet Street. It's gore made into a musical. It is a blood-soaked tale of vengeance, romance, innocence, and comeuppances. If you've seen the movie, great, awesome. The chair, however, in the stage show is just a wonder to behold and just needs to be witnessed. So if you get the chance to see it live or totally legally watch it somewhere online, highly recommend doing those. There's plenty of songs you have probably heard snippets of from it. The one I went for is A Little Priest. It's a song where Sweeney Todd and Miss Lovett are talking about putting people into pies and the various different flavours they will have, and it's like, try the priest. And there's a terrific bit at the end where they're singing, no will serve anyone, meaning anyone, anyone at all. And yeah, it's a fun song, and you've probably heard snippets from that one if you've heard anything. However, the song I think you should look up is called A Barber and His Wife. There was a barber and his wife, and she was beautiful. A foolish barber and his wife, etc. Here we go. Oh, Blood Brothers. If you know this musical, you know, alright. Okay, what is pitted against Blood Brothers? Oh, Mary Poppins. Could not get two musicals further apart from each other. Okay. Blood Brothers is an important show. If you've never had the time to watch it or listen to the soundtrack, I recommend it. I mean, I recommend all of these, but Blood Brothers is very, very special. It is a harrowing, gritty tale of twin brothers separated at birth through various circumstances. The story explores class and relationships with brutal honesty and a devastating finale. The song that you probably know from this show is called Tell Me It's Not True. Tell me it's not true, say it's just a story. But the song I think that everyone should look up from Blood Brothers, I mean, to be honest, look up Tell Me It's Not True if you haven't heard it before. Look that song up, it's amazing. But there's a song called That Guy, and it's where the two twins meet up as adults, not realizing who the other is. Slight spoilers. And basically they both wish that they were the other one. And they're sort of looking at it, and one of them is singing like, oh, I bet I'd know all the right words to say if I was that guy. And it's like, if I were that guy, that guy, that guy. And they're both singing about wishing they were the other one without actually realizing who each other is. Going in the complete opposite direction of Blood Brothers, Mary Poppins is a charming classic. Two willful children in dire need of a good nanny meet a magical woman. They have many adventures, they learn to behave, and they meet the best boy, Bert. Love Bert, he is my favourite character. Chimney sweeps dance, it's very, very wholesome. So in comparison to Blood Brothers, oh my god. There are several songs you probably already know from Mary Poppins, whether or not you know they're from Mary Poppins. One that springs to mind is Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. But the song I have chosen that you probably know is actually A Spoonful of Sugar. A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, the medicine go down, medicine go down. But the song I think that you should look up from Mary Poppins is called A Man Has Dreams. It's a song that's sung by Bert while he's talking to the children's father. And it tells you a lot about the father, who has just been sort of made out to be this sort of grumpy, angry person. He listens to what Bert has to say. He starts by singing things like, a man has dreams of walking with giants. And then he sings about, then came this person with chaos in her wake. And he sings about Mary Poppins. and how his world has been turned into sort of chaos. And then Bert pretends to agree with him while getting him to sort of change his mind. He sings about how, like, when your little tykes are crying, you haven't time to dry their tears, and things like that. And eventually you realize that it sort of changes how the father is feeling about things, and he does really appreciate his children, and he does have a behavioral shifting. Alright, this one, we've got it at last. The Phantom of the Opera. And what is it going to be against? Chicago. Alright, so The Phantom of the Opera. This story tends to divide audiences, but whether you are a Team Phantom, Team Raoul, or a team just get the hell out of there, Christine, whatever you are, I think everyone can agree that Phantom is a spectacular show. Once again, visual feast, as I've said about a few musicals today. Absolutely stunning. A murderous ghost, a heavenly singing tutor, a young soprano, and an opera house full of mysteries is tragic and beautiful. A song that you will probably know, Wishing You Were Somehow Here Again, is a popular one, but the main one, I think, is the title song, The Phantom of the Opera. The Phantom of the Opera is there inside my mind. But my personal one that I think you should look up is Past the Point of No Return. Past the point of no return, no backward glances. So, Chicago, amazing. If you've watched the movie, if you've seen the stage show, it's brilliant. Both comedic gold and darkly depressing, the story explores the pitfalls of temporary fame, the unjust nature of the justice system, and razzle-dazzles you the entire time. If you have never seen this show before, you probably still know this particular song. It's called All That Jazz. Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town? And all that jazz. However, if you're going to look up a song from Chicago, I recommend two. There is Mr. Cellophane. Cellophane, Mr. Cellophane, should have been my name, Mr. Cellophane. Amazing role for that actor, an actor who should never have been cast in Darren Shan. We'll talk. I'll get into that movie another time. But the song that I would also like to point out, it wasn't in the theatrical cut of the movie, but it is a very, very good song, and you can find the clip that they filmed for the movie. It's called Class. Whatever happened to class? So we have two left, and I cannot remember what either of them are. Number one, Matilda. Matilda the musical versus Moulin Rouge. I friggin' love Matilda the musical. It is so amazing. One of the writers was Tim Minchin. He helped to compose this show. He is a comedy genius, but he is also so emotional. If you have not heard Tim Minchin singing White Wine in the Sun, go look that song up right now. I will wait. Do you get it? If you have watched the movie, you ain't seen nothing yet. Like, ignore the movie. Watch this musical. The one song you may know from Matilda, I don't know if many of them are very popular, to be honest, but the one I think you might know is called When I Grow Up. It's the one where they're all swinging on the swings, and it's really cool, and I want to go on one of their swings. But along with the cute bits where it's like, yeah, I'll eat sweets and watch TV all the time, there's also some really, really kind of sad bits. Like, there's a lyric which is, when I grow up, I will be brave enough to fight the creatures that you have to fight beneath the bed each night to be a grown-up. But if you are going to look up any song from Matilda the musical, look up the whole show, because it makes way more sense to do it sort of chronologically. But the song that gets me every time, and that got me when I watched it, it wasn't even When I Grew Up. I love that song to death, but it wasn't that song. It was a song called I'm Here. Please don't cry, dry your tears, little girl. I'm here. So, facing off against Matilda, we have Moulin Rouge. If you're into jukebox musicals, highly recommend. If you are not, probably not your thing. But synopsis-wise, Moulin Rouge. If you like the movie, do check out the stage show. Visually, it's very, very good, very, very interesting. Despite the glitz and the costumes, this story is actually quite horrible, though. It's enjoyable and awful. Sad and stunning. And of course I'm in Christian-esque garb, completely unintentionally, but we'll go with it because it works. The song that I think everybody knows from Moulin Rouge, whether you have seen the movie or not, most people will know this song, and more importantly, this scene from the movie. It is, of course, El Tango de Roxanne. I will admit that I do fall into the camp of people who found the stage version of El Tango de Roxanne a little bit disappointing. Now, hear me out. I do think there's a lot of power and emotion, particularly in the first sort of 30-40 seconds of the song. It is obviously very raw when you see it live. It's obviously a great, amazing, stunning experience. But for me, the stage version is just a little bit too... There's no other word for it. It's kind of upbeat. Like, there's a bit where he's literally singing, put on the red light, put on the red light. And it's like, you are supposed to be... Christian, right now, you are supposed to be being torn apart that the woman you are in love with is being forced to sleep with somebody else. But it doesn't feel like it. So if you're gonna watch either, if you can only watch one, watch the movie. From the stage show, I think that you should look up Truth, Beauty, Freedom and Love. It comes towards the beginning of the show, and it is different to how you will have heard it in the movie. It's actually longer, it's an extended scene, they've thrown in more songs, it's more interesting, you get to see more of the characters. That is the one I think you should look up if you have never seen the show and you would like to listen to some of the soundtrack of that. Also, if you haven't, then yeah, compare the two El Tango de Roxanne. Tell me what you think down in the comments below. Alright, we have picked our 10 pairs for round 1, so now it is up to you guys. I am not going to vote on this at all, I'm going to leave it entirely up to you. I will put all 10 pairs down in the comments below so you can double check, but cast your votes. Pick which 10 musicals, or as many as you would like from the list. If you don't care about some of them, fair enough, you don't need to vote, but if you can vote for all 10, vote for all 10. Which 10 of these musicals do you want to keep and go through to round 2? So, pair number 1, Rent versus Cats. Pair number 2, The Lion King versus Starlight Express. Number 3, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat versus The Sound of Music. Number 4, Wicked versus Spamalot. Number 5, West Side Story versus Miss Saigon. I am gutted to see one of those go. Number 6, Jesus Christ Superstar versus Hadestown. I am still gutted to see one of those go as well. Number 7, Les Miserables versus Sweeney Todd. Gore versus drama there. Number 8, the two complete polar opposites, Blood Brothers versus Mary Poppins. Number 9, we've got The Phantom of the Opera versus Chicago. And we have got number 10, Matilda versus Moulin Rouge. So vote down in the comments below. And next week I will come back with round 2, where we will whittle 10 down to 5. Alright. Thank you for watching Jelly Spoons. This has been insane. I am going to go and film some content. Alright. I shall speak to you very soon, Jelly Spoons. What I really mean, yours are the sweetest eyes I've ever seen. P.S. Hi, I'm Maukus Noise. In case you could not tell, I really like musicals. I would like to extend an apology to anyone who sat through this entire video. I did not realise how much thing I did. I decided to leave it in for my own entertainment, if nothing else, and your entertainment as well. So enjoy me attempting to sing you a bunch of songs. I'm sorry.